Thelma, abortion has been a winning issue for Democrats, not just in Colorado, but in other parts of the country as well. But in Colorado, we do have a constitutional amendment that would enshrine the right to an abortion in our state constitution. What are your thoughts? To what extent do you think it's going to help the Democratic ticket this year? And what are your expectations on Tuesday?
I would expect it to continue to help the Democratic ticket. I mean, this has become a nationwide issue for elections for Democrats to keep pushing, and they did it this year as well. In Colorado, for it to be on the ballot is interesting, though, because Colorado already has some of the, I guess, more open abortion laws in the country. So to put it on the Constitution, I think just takes it a step further, and that's what Democrats want to do here. Do I think it would pass? I actually do. I think it's going to make it. But the underlying issue, too, is that it kind of has two questions on there, because the other part of it is taxpayer dollars might go towards paying for abortion through Medicaid and those kinds of services. So I think that's another measure that's kind of slipped by and not been talked about as much as it being on the Constitution. But the other thing is, for it to pass, is it's a constitutional amendment, so it does require 55% of the vote to approve it.
And talking about those constitutional amendments or proposals to change the Constitution, there's a few of them. And as you noted, they do require 55% vote. And that's makes it a bit of a hurdle than a simple majority.
Right. And that's the biggest thing with constitutional amendments. It's not a simple, you had more in favor of it, so it passes automatically. It has to be 55%. And there's one on rights for gay marriage, and I think that one will pass as well, but that's also a constitutional amendment. So I think both of those should skate by pretty easily.
Now, even though these are very big subjects, same-sex marriage as well as abortion, these are proposals that actually haven't attracted a whole lot of spending, correct? They kind of, to some extent, flew under the radar, especially if you compare them to other ballot measures.
I think that's true, because this year you have, especially like changing and uprooting our whole election system through Proposition 131. That one took a lot of attention and money this year. So I think some of these other ballot measures that, while they, yes, will change our, have constitutional amendments to them, I think they were just expected to pass. So spending on them weren't that high. And I didn't see a ton of advertising for them either. The 2024 election ballot in Colorado this year is long and extensive, with 14 ballot measures, multiple state races, congressional races, as well as your local races in multiple counties. We have a dozen journalists from the Denver Gazette as well as Colorado Politics covering all of these races to bring you the results up to date and to the minute on Tuesday night. Please follow us on denvergazette.com as well as coloradopolitics.com for analysis, results, and all of your